it also might be easier to do.
Right, right.
Um, because I don't really like my current boss offered me a position to move up in January, and I'm just like, man, I don't know if I want to wait till January to gain more money, and do I really want to go back down that road? Um, with big box
Right.
retail, I think I'd like to get out of 20 years of doing that shit. So I think
Yeah.
try to do something else.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Really, I want to dedicate. I need to start dedicating time to making a game. I really want to do that. I think I have some good ideas that would be good. I don't know.
Yeah, I know you've been wanting to
Yeah.
do that for a long time, man.
Yeah. I see. I
Yeah. Why not?
keep like starting it up and then not fulfilling through. And
It just takes so much time and effort, man. So much like learning and figuring out and problem shooting.
yeah,
Hmm. But I mean, if that's what if that's what you're passing college towards, then
would you say that's what?
if that's what you're passing college towards, then
Just can be hard to devote that much
right.
free
Yeah.
time to something when you have so little free time to begin with.
Uh, uh,
Yeah,
obviously, but that's we worth it's worth making the effort.
yeah. That
Mhm.
I think that's the thing too. Is kind of we talked about it 2 or 3 weeks or 2 or 3 episodes ago. About uh not doing something so you can't be judged more or less, and or not doing something because it, for me it's like I need to see it as it's a hobby, it's something I enjoy. Otherwise, that time I'm putting into making that item is just for naught. Um, like the end result has to have some type of meaning for me. I struggle with this a lot with like the 3D cards I make. Um,
Oh yeah, yeah, those are cool.
very cool, very awesome. Sell them for like $50 per custom, so it's decent but not amazing. Um, but like something's lacking for me.
Yeah.
The end result isn't uh, as as good as I don't know how to put it. It's never good enough, you know. It's not that like it's I'm saying they're bad or anything like that. I mean like it just feels like something's missing still.
You want something bigger, bigger audience. You feel like your work is substandard.
Maybe bigger audience, maybe um
Just more impact.
yeah, I think maybe I I I want to convey with doing this. We're live, by the way. If you guys, I almost forgot to tell you. I'll
Oh wow.
do the intro here in a second. But anyways, with doing those cards and drawing and things like that, I think the end outcome for me is that I make somebody happy with it. They bought it for a reason and all that stuff. I've always had good
Right.
feedback when it comes to that. When I make it for myself, I think it's more silly. I think it's not not as cool as it is when it is. I feel like with video game making, it there's video games in general is a amazing artistic medium in my opinion. Um, and there's so many different ways you can go with that. You
Yeah.
and with me, I feel like I want to make something that I would enjoy. Um, and like I feel like I just don't enjoy anything. You know?
Well, that's a fucking problem too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
No,
creative block.
Like I've been playing a lot.
no,
Go for it.
no. I think when you're talking, I think I see where sort of the disconnect might be. Like, like when you do those cards, they're pretty cool. They're impressive. Uh, but I feel that you are a very creative person, and all you're doing when you do those is you're adding depth and you're adding like you're bringing that card to life, but you're not the one that created the card in the first place. Like you didn't draw it,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't bring it from scratch into the world. You just took something that existed and you brought it to life, but you didn't create it, as it were. You know, and
Yeah.
I think you are. I think that for creative people, you know,
Yeah,
like it's like taking something someone like take a manuscript or something and edit it and refine it, and you're gonna make it better, but you didn't write it. You're
it's
not,
like the difference between adopting a kid and having your own, right?
right, right. You're adopting right now. I think that's the main thing. Yeah.
That's a really good way of looking at it. I think you're very spot on with it. It's like I even was thinking about even if I have the if I have all the assets, I could make something that's enjoyable or good story. But every single time I've gone down that route of using somebody else's assets, I've always thought this is not me. This is not what I want. I want to make the assets. Um, so no, I think you're right. So this is the Sandpit. This is episode 13. The mic is myself, Tom, and the other two people with amazing perspectives are Stoba
Hey, what's up?
and Abe.
Hello, hello.
He's the token Mexican, since he didn't
Oh,
pay
why'd you have to say it?
it.
Oh, I thought we were gonna make it one
No,
week.
no, no.
You know,
Maybe next
also,
week.
by the way, Tom, I've noticed you've always given me top billing over Abe. You always introduce me first.
hmm
Does that mean I'm a more valuable contributor to the podcast, you think?
Mm.
I wouldn't say that.
So you just
Because
put me
you're
first
white.
because I'm white?
Yes.
You know, um, reviewing the podcast, I will say that Stoba, I believe, talks more than Abe. I think that when Abe weighs in, it's a little more heavy. Um, and with Stoba, when he chimes in, it's heavy, but he also has very good wit and rapport with like the silliness part of it, if that makes sense.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
You step your game
So,
up, Abe. Fucking
so what?
slacking.
Well, here's the thing too. I try to, add what I can add because Soba is definitely a person that works better as they're cooking, as they say,
Yes, yes.
And obviously Tom, you're kind of the this is your baby right here. We're just a part of your world, and so I bring what I can. So
Uh,
You know, honestly, if we didn't have different perspectives and personalities, it'd probably be pretty fucking boring. So
yes, yeah.
I appreciate what
definitely,
you do, Abe. I do. I just,
thanks. I
want to
appreciate
give you
both
the
of you.
respect you deserve.
I will say when I say that when Abe speaks, it's very heavy. I do mean it's very insightful. It's very different than what I see, and sometimes what Stova sees. I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
trying to downplay Abe as much. I would like to hear more of Abe's voice, but that's also just because I like him. You know. Um, Also, sometimes I just run, and run with the words, and I never stop. So it's hard to. Abe's very polite with everything that he does. So I'm sure sometimes it's hard to chime in as well. Anyways, now that we're done jerking each other off, um,
Oh, I'm not done with that.
There's a few things I want to talk about. Uh, Atlas, the 3i slash Atlas, uh,
Oh shit, more developments.
a little bit. I also wanted to correct myself. Last time, I believe I talked about a comet that is visible with a human eye. That like the tail can spans that of I think it was like 20 moons. It just covers the sky more or less.
What?
Yeah, its name is Lemmon, Lemmon. I had said one that was like from 2017. This one's going on right now. I think the tail is even getting further. It's an ion tail, or apparently, or something.
What the hell?
It's just long. It's just a long tail from it, I believe, losing all its shit. Um. Anyways, Atlas. I want to talk a little bit about um the mummified alien bodies because one of the one that had the egg in it, the egg has been CT scanned, I believe now. And there's like a little being and it looks like inside of it.
What the fuck?
It's like so it was actually a little, yeah. I don't think that's got to be hard to fake. I just want to say,
It better not be a chicken or a duck, dude.
yeah. No, it looks like
I
look, looks like what it is, like a little being, like a human being.
Like old dude.
Yeah.
wonder
Um,
what it tastes like,
I do wonder what alien tastes like.
Probably
right?
dry.
Do you think dry? I mean,
I mean, those mummies look pretty fucking stringy, bro.
hey man, get some
I
alien
would,
jerky.
I'd
Yeah.
need some sauce to go with that. Maybe something spicy.
Man, so the day
Oh,
after we talked about Pompeii, I saw a thing that talked about how they to show people what happened to those people when they died, they would fill the voids up with stuff.
Yeah, yeah, with plaster casts with the voids.
I mean, that seems so disrespectful to me. I don't know why, but I had to say, man, that popped up after we talked about it. Um,
I mean, it could be embarrassing, when people get buried alive and they
hmm
asphyxiate. One of the big like one of the big indicators you can tell in like fossilized remains is they pop boners.
Oh,
Like a lot of the mammoths and stuff when they get fossilized, they just got huge erections, And I
mm,
bet in Pompeii, man, they were just sporting wood left and right.
this guy.
They really got to cherry pick like the voids to fill to like show you what was going on
Oh man,
because people were just jerking off left and right in their final moments.
all you gotta do is just knock those boners off. Just take a chisel to it.
Nah, dude, historical accuracy. You gotta show them in their full glory.
It's
Like, were they cut or not? I don't know, dude.
probably not.
But I want to know.
yeah. I bet they were not cut.
Did they even do that back then?
I don't know, dude. People do dick stuff for like as long as we've been alive. It's like the first form of body modification.
Yeah, yeah. Genital mutilation. Long
Oh
arm.
yeah, big
Yeah.
fan. Yeah.
Um. A little political, not much. Maybe more. We'll see. I just wanted to mention those. Remember the statues I told you guys about? Of
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, in front of the White House.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The following day they got torn down. Somebody vandalized them, ripped them down. Um, and I think somebody was trying to say that they were there illegally, but they actually had a legal permit to be there. So now it's been removed from there, and now it's at the National Mall. So it's been
Oh, wow.
restored and it's back up. If you want to see it, it's at the National
Oh,
Mall.
nice.
It's very nice. Fuck these people.
They were beautiful statues.
Um, so three eye
Yeah.
atlas. Uh, sorry for jumping on this. Just a few things with it. So I told you guys about how it got the sun blasted it with a ray of energy, more or less.
Yeah, I heard there was a solar flare.
Yes, that hit it directly. caused it to glow green, I believe, like the coronal tail, front tail.
Yeah, really.
Um, it's past Mars now, or it's passing Mars right now, I believe. I
Yep.
think it's on the other side of the sun, so we can't have direct access to see it.
Yeah, but we do got cameras like on Mars and stuff and orbiting
Yes,
all over the
yes.
place.
They did. So there was a short video released where people said that this is, hey, that's it, but ended up being the moon, one of Mars's moon. So I believe it was yesterday or the day before they released from an from another point that
They
is,
got a picture from
yes,
somewhere
yeah,
else.
there you go. Sorry, I'm struggling hard.
That's great, man. I don't mind. It makes me look better.
It's been a day.
I feel you, man.
Yeah, yeah. So they got another picture, and I mean it's the same. It's just a little speck on you know, uh, the shit.
Hmm. So what you think, man? You think it's still a UFO or
I
comet?
I still think it's just a rock. Um,
An interesting rock,
a
though.
very interesting rock, a rock that has so many improbabilities, of unknowns that we have never witnessed before. Um, it's very unique for sure. I think it's just a rock. I hope it's more than that. But yeah, I think
Yeah, it might
yeah,
just be a cool rock.
yeah. With the like you said when we first started talking about when the pool that we have to reach from is only three, it's hard to say, man, that doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, yeah. The sample size is pretty low.
I think like we that could be happening all the time. We just never were aware of it.
Yeah, totally. We have so many more cameras and better cameras and computers analyzing shit.
Yeah, that
Well,
go for it.
well, I will say this. eh, to say that it's just a rock or an interesting rock, I think just based on the way the universe works, that any rock in of itself has such potential. Like whatever seeded carbon on this world to bring forth the life we have now. I mean, that was a pretty interesting rock. You
Yeah,
know,
Yeah.
yeah.
uh, there's people that believe that like certain like fungi came on a separate asteroid and it's actually a form of alien life.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, dude.
Or
Fungus is
or
weird.
Octopus as
or
well.
yeah, yeah. And there's also the fact that they found that microbial life traces on Mars that perhaps human life or a life on this world was came from like a chunk of their planet or whatever at some
Hmm.
point. So I mean, the fact that this rock is showing such interesting properties, like what does that even say about its origins or like what's going on, like over there at that corner of the universe where this came from? Is this like more normal for them? Like fuck.
That too, yeah. Also, the something you kind of just said too. The region it came from, people are starting to believe that it's the same region of space that the WoW signal came from. Which,
Hmm.
um, if you don't know what the WoW signal is, I suggest looking it up. But basically, uh, a signal that is very unique. Let's put it that way. Um, it's a signal that made people think this is intelligent life because of how it repeated itself.
It was
Oh,
really strong too.
yes, yeah. Um, almost as if it was directed at us, I think somebody said. Um, and then for this rock, this very unique rock to come through, and have so many different unique abilities. Yeah, it could be maybe normal, like you said over there. That
Mm.
that too is like
Yeah.
the I think about back in like I think 2007, maybe 2017. I can't remember when. It was definitely 2000s when when somebody from NASA was able to prove that uh, biological life can start or or exist. I think it's start and exist without the lack of oxygen or water. I can't. I think maybe it was water. Basically, these microorganisms that were living off of sulfur and only sulfur, pretty much. Uh,
Oh yeah.
I think they said that that opens up the ability that there might be microorganisms on Titan, maybe. I can't. I might be thinking of the
Yeah, it was
wrong.
some moon somewhere, I
Yeah,
think.
one of Jupiter's moons. Um, that that too, small sample size. Again, maybe and probably how it is we are so we assume we have the vast majority of stuff unlocked, but we don't.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and I think that's human beings, cracks.
I think it's a lack of tools, man.
Hmm.
Like back in the old days, the world is only as big as you can see, right? And people don't even really imagine much beyond what they can see.
Hmm.
Do you remember when they did like the deep field fucking picture with the Hubble,
Oh
where they
yeah,
took like that tiny little postage stamp size of sky and they just looked at it for weeks and it recorded like
so much,
500 billion galaxies or some shit
so much.
where we
Yeah,
thought there wasn't even a star? Like the universe is unfathomably big. And even our solar system is probably like so much more interesting than we think because we just don't have the tools and the resources to like look really closely at stuff.
Yeah.
I bet in another 100 years, like the our solar system is going to be 100 times more interesting than it is right now. You know, if you look a couple hundred years ago, what was the solar system? It's like, well, there's some planets,
the
there's some lights in the sky.
nine planets. Back
Yeah, and
back.
now like we know there's like 500 moons in our solar
Yeah,
system. Like it's incredible how much more populated it is than we thought.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, we lost a planet. So,
we might be gaining another
Rest in
one though.
peace.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh
we're getting
really?
another planet.
yeah. There's actually
Planet
two,
X.
Planet X and Planet Y. Um, Planet X people I think are still trying to show or prove that I mean it's a wandering planet more or less in our solar system. Um, I believe it's outside of the asteroid belt, or that's like surrounding us. I forgot where they said it was. I know it's of course past Pluto. And then there was Planet Y, which recently very little talk I saw of it, but basically recently somebody was staring at a certain part of space and they noticed that we might have a dark planet out there, more or less. Same habits type of deal. So I'd assume it'd have like a oh god, what's it called? When it a same orbit as or it's a repeating orbit.
Hmm.
But they don't know if it's an actual planet, if it's something else. Just but they assume with the size of it, things of that nature, it's a planet.
Nibiru, man, it's real. It comes around once every 20,000 years with the Anunnaki.
Mhm.
They return to gather all the gold we've harvested as human beings.
What's
And
They
also trash
programmed
back
us with a lust for gold.
what's that
and
from?
monkeys.
I don't know,
It,
dude.
it's it's the it's the Anunnaki theory. You know,
Oh,
the yeah,
that's right. We're just a slave planet for gold, harvesting gold, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That
genetically
makes sense.
engineered.
That'd
Makes
be
sense. So
that'd be amazing if that happened. Um, segueing to something else space related. Uh, there was recently the most detailed yet observation of Saturn's upper hemisphere. Have you guys seen that one photo of the upper hemisphere of Saturn where it's a hexagon?
What? No, not at all.
No,
Shit, man, I gotta find that real quick. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that, man.
I like shapes.
I like hexagons. They have
Yeah,
six sides.
It's NASA. See if this works.
All right, let me take a look at that. What in the hell?
That's the
Is that
top.
like the North Pole?
Yes, yeah. Let me get a different picture for you.
That's just weird. Damn, Saturn's got a butthole, dude.
Like, yeah. Yeah. So
That's a brown starfish, man.
it's rough. That's true though. So a very odd. I mean, hexagons appear in nature, but for that to be there
It's a
here,
round planet, dude. What's it doing with the hexagon?
how is the yeah? What's causing it to be a hexagon with
I
how
know.
the
I know what's
gases
causing it
are?
to be a hexagon, dude.
Hmm.
Circle's got a lot of polygons, and we was never supposed to see the top of that planet. So the fucking model is jacked. It's a low fucking poly render to save processing power. We're
So
unlocking the secrets of the simulation, man.
so it was there was more recently the James telescope observed it and found dark beads scattered through Saturn's glowing auroras, and a star-shaped pattern with two arms mysteriously missing. These features are completely unexpected and at present are completely unexplained. Um,
Whoa.
the thing I have for that, I'll share it with you guys. Well, one sec. It's a little old though, but it has the animation of the stuff. Um,
Dude, you were on it with this space stuff.
I I'm always looking at space stuff. I love space. Um, I liked what Stephen Hawking said about it before he died, that it's a hologram. It really is. Like we're seeing the past.
Me and Stephen Hawking are in agreement.
What'd you say?
Me and Stephen Hawking are in agreement, man.
Y-
Did he go to Epstein Island?
Yeah, I was gonna say you like watching little people do math problems naked.
Uh, Little people? Hell yeah, dude. Sign me up. I love little people, dude. They always make me smile.
I don't know if I should take offense, but um,
wait, what?
little people always make you smile. I feel like that could be construed. That could be taken in
What
an offensive way.
what's wrong with that, dude?
No,
I feel like you're saying it in a perversion way.
no,
I
that's
I came so close to buying a ticket to a dwarf wrestling league near me, dude. It's called Dwarfinators. It was an
oh no.
$80 ticket for a ringside seat, and I seriously almost did it. It looked amazing. It looked. I'm just gonna link this. You can take a look.
That does sound amazing, actually.
Okay, just look at the banner and tell me if you don't smile.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah, yeah. They're bringing entertainment. They're awesome. Love them.
They,
Love little people.
they have a much lower carbon footprint than us. normal
Yeah.
or regular or
And they're statistically less likely to get cancer because they have less body mass.
Why would they have a less of a carbon footprint?
well, because their size and weight, they don't have to eat as much as
Yeah.
we do.
They don't
Uh,
gotta use as much
I
toilet
was thinking
paper.
more of traveling.
mhm,
Yeah, that's yeah.
yeah. Oh, their
Yeah.
weight is usually less because just less mass in general, so
Yeah.
it's less fuel to move them. You know how we calculate work. Mass times movement or whatever it is.
Little people are statistically more likely to be vegetarian.
Is that true?
I don't know.
See, the lies. I believed you for a second. I 100% was like, oh shit, really?
See, and just like that, little people are making us all smile. Gotta love them, man.
Yeah, that's true. Just fixing something. Um, what you should go. That'd be cool. Really amazing to do.
I know, I know. I missed the opportunity. I think I really needed someone to go with.
What your niece? Do you think she'd enjoy?
No, God, no.
Mm,
No, she'd hate doing anything in public.
I get that.
Yeah, I'm the same way most of the time, but I make an exception for little
Little
people.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel that.
make a little exception.
a little bit.
I just I feel like you guys are just like being mean to about it, but I know you're not. Uh,
I'm trying to support the little people community. You know, the deck is stacked against them. They need. I think they could use all the support we can get. You know,
Mhm.
you're right. You're right.
the world is not made for little people,
Look,
or
look,
especially
look,
tall people.
Or
look.
women,
So,
apparently.
or women, but
Yeah,
look. So this is the way it works out, right? I mean, do we not celebrate them as people, their differences? Like, it's one of those things where you go too far the other way, right? Like, yeah,
yeah,
don't put on minstrel shows. Don't put normal people on their knees and dress them up as if they were little people, but
that's
celebrate
right.
little people. Little people
Acknowledge the
actors, little people,
differences,
yeah.
celebrate their achievements.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
Imagine wrestling for a living.
Hmm.
Do they have a day or a month?
They
Maybe
must,
I
right?
don't know.
It's
Maybe they have half a day.
it's rough, rough. See,
That's you know what, Abe. I respect that.
so no, there's no National Little People Day. There's International Dwarfism Awareness Day, which is October 25th. Oh, it's coming up. As
Oh
part
wow,
of Dwarfism Awareness Month. Oh, I guess October is what a time to be talking about it.
perfectly timely. Yes.
God, what the fuck, man? I feel like it just keeps happening. Um,
God works in mysterious ways.
there's that invisible force.
Gravity.
No, I mean, it could be
Oh,
gravity. Invisible force that I feel can slowly point you towards a certain direction. A lot of people,
it's magnetism.
think of the algorithms and things like that. I mean, even before there was that, like, uh, following your gut, but also you're being like presented certain things over and over again. I mean, in reality, you're probably just acknowledging something at the same time and tie it to yourself. But um, I feel like a lot of that's happening a lot right now with me. Like something's trying to push me to go towards a certain direction.
Yeah,
I
could be
hate,
the case, man.
always hated that feeling. Some people were trying to say that when you have a gut instinct, that's actually you time traveling more or less. We're not able to time travel the way people, seen in movies and stuff, but it's more of a spiritual transitioning telling yourself
Your emotions can time travel.
something like that. You're feeling that for a specific reason because in the future you've gone through it and you know that was the correct path. It had to do with your tie. You're right. Your emotions are tied through time and
Yeah.
space. Even though time is not real.
Well, if consciousness is like a quantum phenomenon, maybe there's something to that. Or maybe it's just the crushing weight of your destiny manifesting itself.
Right.
Like how Aragon had to. Well, I'm not gonna get into that dragon shit.
Aragon? Which one is that?
That's the dragon one. I mean, there's countless examples
What
in
Aragon
movies and
do?
books. Well, how about Aragorn? How about him? You remember him, Lord of the Rings?
Dude, no. I'd never watched. I don't like Lord of the Rings.
What you got against Lord of the Rings, dude?
Oh my god, dude, man.
Do you
Everybody,
hate magic? You
no,
hate little
no.
people. It's the fucking hobbits. You could not get behind them being the main characters of a movie. That is fucked up, dude.
I feel like
Frodo
every
and Sam were so fucking brave. They agreed to take that ring into Mordor.
I
The elves didn't want to do it. They said, fuck it, we're going to the Grey Havens. This fucking mortal realm's fucking doomed. The dwarves said, fuck that shit, I just want to dig for gems. It was up to the fucking hobbits to do it. Even man didn't want that shit. They want to steal the ring and fight for it.
I'm a
Can't believe you hate little people.
person that loves fantasy and high fantasy and all that. Uh, I absolutely do not like Lord of the Rings. Like, I just can't get into it. Every single person I've talked to about this has always said that I'm a fucking monster, and I don't have good taste. I cannot. Those movies are just so boring. It's
What
so.
about the books? Have you ever tried the
I
books?
s- I read like the start of the book. It's so boring. It's so boring.
The Hobbit's an easy read. If you don't want to do the Fellowship of the Ring, you can do The Hobbit. It's a tiny book. I know you're dyslexic. You could do like audiobooks.
I
Great, great one.
I think I watched one of the Hobbit. I think
Oh God, don't watch the Peter
it was
Jackson Hobbit
weird.
movies. Those are a fucking crime.
Yeah. Um. Even like the one where like the dragon that had the gold. I think was it Smog. That
Yeah.
that movie. I was like, okay, I love dragons. I love the shit out of dragons. The idea of a
Yeah.
dragon's cool. Um. And I just was like, man, this movie's so fucking boring. I just can't.
Yeah. Honestly, they turned The Hobbit, which is a tiny little book, into like 9 or 10 hours of a movie,
Hmm.
and you can literally read the book faster than the 3 movies.
I think I did
It's
actually.
it's absurd.
I think I did actually sit through a audiobook of it. I want to
Yeah.
say maybe all of it. It's been a while, but yeah, man,
You can't believe that a little person can go on a grand adventure like that.
I
Could
like,
I throw?
yeah, yeah.
Something? So I myself don't have patience for that stuff, but I do like high fantasy. I
Yeah.
find that the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett was fantastic. I read every book in it.
Yeah.
Um, Very easy to read, very enjoyable, has a light sense of humor, and is not afraid to make the allegories and comparisons to say stuff about real life in it as well. And in it, actually, the dwarf people have a theory about time, which is actually kind of interesting. Going back to that, where they believe that we're all actually living life backwards, and that's why you get have memories of your past, but you can't see the future coming. Because when you're walking forward, you see what's in front of you, not what's behind.
Whoa.
I remember you telling me about that a long time ago.
Someone had to get so high to write that. That's creative.
Hmm. Hmm. Good series of books.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I don't like Lord of the Rings, man.
It's kind of old and dated. I get it.
Even when it
There's,
first
there's
came out.
books I enjoy more than Lord of the Rings, man.
Like all my friends, everybody was like, "Let's go see it. Let's go good. It's gonna be so good." It's so shitty. Uh, what were you saying? Aragorn?
Aragorn, Crushing Weight of Destiny. Don't worry about it, man. It's fine. It's fine.
Or the crushing weight of destiny. Yeah, I mean, continue.
I mean, have you ever felt compelled to like do something that you never wanted to do, but like every turn you take the universe fucking pelts you with it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crushing Weight of Destiny, dude. It just follows you no matter what you do. You're destined to do something, and the more you try to avoid it, the worse your life is gonna be, usually.
I
Is it
I
one of those things? It's sort of like the all those stories where people go back in time to kill Hitler, but they end up doing something that creates Hitler in the first place or
mhm.
whatever.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
make more Hitlers, bang your mom,
yeah,
you never
yeah.
exist. Tough.
You know what? I'm gonna think about the crushing weight of destiny a bit because I feel like at my current state I don't have much to say, but I have a lot to in my mind that's kind of making me think about it. Right
Yeah, man,
now.
sometimes the universe just has inescapable shit lined up for you. And like the more you try to dodge it, the more fucking strikes it throws your way. I don't know, man. Feels like that
Mm.
sometimes.
Yeah, I 100% get with that. I hate the idea that we're predestined uh to go a route though. I I I hate the idea that if that's how it is, then to me that means that kind of what Abe said, we're living in reverse. We aren't even living, we're just playing out the role.
Yeah. I understand the aversion to like thinking that anything in life is predetermined. But
So,
I think of it like a video game sometime. Like, when you're doing a tutorial and it's like jump over the box. Okay, now dash. Now dash and jump over the box to clear a large distance. You're struggling with it. And the universe just keeps throwing it at you. It's like you gotta learn to dash and jump over the box, buddy. Keep trying. There's another problem for you. You gotta figure this one out. I feel like it's like that sometimes.
Yeah, I think you're right. I just always hate that idea. I feel like when we go that route, it removes all free will, which I mean, I don't think we really have a lot when it comes to the day-to-day living. But I would like to think that we can not do what is expected of us and still be happy.
well,
I mean, I prefer imagining that myself.
so here's sort of the thing about destiny, and or at least the ability to deny your destiny. You could try. I think that in of itself is the only thing that creates free will. Because otherwise, what we think of free will is just our predetermined genetics and the way we were raised, giving us the outcome of what we become.
Something I've always also hated with like the idea of the destiny that we're forced to have, or the universe tries to push on us, is if we don't follow that, then isn't that our destiny was to not do that still? So it again kind of to me takes away from it points more towards that we're not much more than specs still. Does that make sense? I think I'm
Mm.
over.
I get what you're saying, man.
Well, regardless, we're not much more than specs,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
but what do we have to show? Um, because to me, I still feel like humans in general don't have anything to really show of anything. And so I think that's one of the bigger, like we were talking about with being creative and things. That's one of the other bigger, harder things to get mentally over, is that it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I think everything matters. I think it's all a matter of perspective. When you
Well,
look at
yeah.
things on the extreme macro scale, where specs and nothing matters, the fucking heat death of the universe is going to make everything pointless in the end. But if you just zoom in a little bit, humans are very interesting, and
Hmm.
everything matters,
Hmm.
right? Humor, art, love. It's all very inherently interesting. I think what scares me most is the idea that free will doesn't exist, right? That on a biological level, everything's kind of cause and effect. So once in a while, I just like doing things for absolutely no reason, just to prove I have free will, you know? Because otherwise, you're just operating like a fucking machine, dude. You gotta do stuff for absolutely no reason, right?
Right. But what I'm
Yeah.
kind of saying about that is, what if that is your destiny? What if that is you what you feel is your free will, uh, going and doing these things randomly? You're already predestined to do that. Is how
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel. So
that shit's inherently unknowable, man.
I hate that.
Well,
It's impossible to know. We're limited by the scope of human perception,
well,
unless we can
there's
break out of the
also
simulation.
so so there's been studies with what they call split brain patients, right? So
Yes.
these were people that were had their left and right hemispheres of their brain disconnected from each other.
Yeah.
They did it originally because they thought it would be a treatment for epilepsy and people that had like a lot of seizures, right? The upside of this was they now had individuals that they could do tests with, right? And it turns out that because certain things, the right or the left might, at any point be thinking about, they would be able to communicate instructions that they would not remember, right? They
Yeah.
could be like, stand up, and they would stand up, and then they would ask them, "Why did you stand up?" And then, the narrative self would come up with like, "Oh, I was thirsty. I feel like going to get a soda or something."
Right.
So, so the upshot of that is, regardless of whatever operates your movement, what you do, your brain, the part of you that calls yourself I, is always going to come up with a story behind it, its own reasoning, right? So, what that has to do with free will, does what part of your brain does free will operate? The part of you that does actions, or the part of you that explains your actions to yourself? And where does that, lie?
Yeah. Yeah. Like how many consciousnesses are floating around inside of you, man?
Hmm. Hmm.
Maybe it's a fucking assembly that has to take a vote.
Yeah.
And when you split the brain by like cutting the corpus callosum in half, you end up with multiple consciousness in one body.
Hmm.
That's that's really amazing. And yeah, I think about that a bit too. Um, kind of always thought about, like, when I was going through school and learning about single cell, multiple cell organisms and things like that. How we're, a multi-cell organism. What if each cell is has a consciousness? It's telling us to their brain, and then the brain filters that all out into what matters and what doesn't matter, right? Um,
Yeah. Like that's important to remember too, is that each cell individually is its own living organism, right?
yeah.
That we're not one thing that's alive. We're
We're
inherently like a colony.
yeah, we're a planet. We're have multiple things living in us that we're just
Mhm.
to us is us. Um,
Yeah.
So, so I used to hang out with this person that was studying Buddhism at school, right? Like at a college, a religious college or whatever. And he told me of a certain denomination of Buddhists that now again I didn't verify this. I heard this from someone that studied it, that believe that there are perfect beings within all of us waiting for everyone else to get to the level where we are able to ascend into nirvana collectively. So, and I believe this belief is old. So the idea of, these perfect beings being within all of us, and sort of how, if you really think about it, a cell in of itself is like a perfect creation, to the point where any little alteration creates cancer, you know? So I always made that connection and thought it was kind of interesting, like way before we even knew about cells or
hmm
whatever, this belief was around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of the Buddhism stuff I think is amazing. Um, I like there's so many times where I've brought up an issue or a topic with Abe and he's like, that's actually has to do with Buddhism if you want to bring it down to it. Um, I've always thought about that too. With the is it I that speaks or is it my mind that speaks? Is where does the consciousness of my free will start and my body takes over? Um,
Man, I don't think that's a question we can answer sober, dude. You gotta explore that one with mushrooms or something.
that's something that I think a lot of people uh, don't associate with paranormal stuff too much. When I feel like that's where it would be the most useful. Uh, I mean, people would of course, to say, "Oh, you're just tripping," but what if you're not
Yeah.
tripping? What if what you're experiencing is just what our filters have been taken off?
Yeah. Exactly, man. Maybe just messes with your filters a little bit.
hmm
Hmm.
Wasn't there that guy that like got government funding to try to talk with dolphins using LSD?
Dolphin?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that
No,
was
no,
a thing.
no. It was ketamine.
It was ketamine?
Yeah. If I
Man,
remember correctly, yeah.
they should have done LSD. I think you would have had better luck. Too much
Well, that's
ketamine
also,
makes you sleepy, dude.
I think that's also the individual that invented the float tank thing, or the
Oh, that
not deprivation,
yeah,
sensory deprivation.
sensory deprivation. I always wanted to try
Yeah.
one of those.
yeah. I've always wanted to see what would happen,
I know what would happen, dude. Fucking shadow people are coming for your ass.
dude, man. It's I've been we're getting near the end, so I'll end it with a few little things. I've been experiencing certain things that are been odd to say I guess.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Beyond your normal?
I, I don't know how to kind of pinpoint that to be real with you.
I
um,
will say, ever since the podcast where I invited the shadow people to fuck with me instead of you, I had a couple of rough nights where I was laying in bed kind of terrified, like I fucked up. I shouldn't have said nothing. But honestly, no, I've been cool. I've been cool. I haven't been harassed. Haven't seen anything too nuts.
good.
But I hope I didn't antagonize them for you, my brother.
No, no. It's always been a back and forth. It really ever since the one time I had a really bad experience yeah, ever since then it's been more like at arm's length. But like there's been weird points where like um I went and laid down. The wife was out, I think with her parents or something, but saw a shadow of her run into the room and come at me and then just dissipate. It is so weird. Um,
Whoa.
but recently, it was I had just woken up. I was laying in bed looking at my phone. I heard a noise. I looked up and I saw my wife go into the bathroom with her shirt on. And I just kind of waited to see if she'd say good morning or anything, and nothing
Hmm.
happened. So I got up, uh, and I went just out the door because the bathroom's right there, and she wasn't there at all. And I heard something in the kitchen, and she was in the kitchen. It was very weird that
Yeah, that's spooky.
she wasn't wearing that shirt, or that she didn't go to the bathroom either. So I mean, just one of those weird moments. Um, Really weird. Your mind can do amazing and terrible things to you. Um,
Yeah,
you ever
that's our whole perception of reality, man. It's all in our minds.
you ever hear about those there's a disease, a condition where people see when they look at somebody, the person's face is distorted and looks almost demonic.
I've heard of that illusion, like the flash face illusion, where they show you like two faces at the same time, and if you stare right in the middle between them, they start looking more alien and fucked up and
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
caricature-like. Heard of that?
Now this is like they look at somebody and their face looks twisted. Um, but I would
Well,
imagine. Go for it.
I know I've heard of where it's they can't recognize people because the face is like, or something about the way they look at a face and process the information. They can't
Yeah,
recognize people.
man. You guys should watch Wolfman if you haven't. The what they do with the guy's vision changing was is really good.
I have not seen that.
It's pretty good. It's not too bad.